Welcome to eAcademy. My name is Allison King. In this video, you will learn how to find the prime factorization of a number. To begin, let's review some vocabulary terms. Prime numbers. A prime number can be divided evenly only by one or itself. It must be a whole number greater than 1. Composite numbers. A composite number is a whole number that can be divided evenly by numbers other than 1 and itself. Factors. Factors are numbers you multiply together to get another number. For example, 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 and 3 are factors, and 6 is the product. The product is an answer to a multiplication problem. Prime factorization. Finding which prime numbers multiply together to make the original number. We're going to start by finding the prime factorization of the number 12. First, we need to think, what two numbers multiply together to make 12? Well, 2 times 6 equals 12, and 3 times 4 equals 12. So we can choose either of these and end up with the same prime factorization. I chose to multiply 2 times 6. Okay, now we're going to look at the number 2. What two numbers multiply together to make 2? Well, 2 is the only even prime number, so it has no factors other than 1 in itself. So I'm going to put a circle around it so I know that this is a prime number. Now let's look at the number 6. What two numbers multiply together to make 6? Well, 2 times 3. Like we said before, 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to draw a circle around it. And 3 is also a prime number. It has no numbers besides 1 that it can be multiplied together to make it. So we've got circles around all of the numbers at the bottom of our tree. And so that means 2 times 2 times 3 is our prime factorization. Okay, now we're going to look at the number 48. What two numbers multiply together to get 48? Well, like 12, we have a couple different options. 6 times 8, 4 times 12, 2 times 24. I chose to start with 6 times 8, but you can do any of the others and you will still come up with the same answer. So now I need to think, is 6 a composite number? Yes, 6 has factors. So what two numbers multiply together to get 6? 2 times 3. And since 2 and 3 are both prime numbers, they have no other factors, so I'm going to draw circles around them. And now we're going to look at the number 8. What two numbers multiply together to get 8? Well, 2 times 4. And we know 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to draw a circle around it. And now we're going to look at the number 4. What two numbers multiply together to get 4? 2 times 2. So we've got circles around all the numbers at the bottom, which means this is our prime factorization. And these are all prime numbers. So to write it as a prime factorization, we write 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, we've got 4 2's right here, and this is making our prime factorization kind of long. So we can write it in exponential notation to make it a little smaller. Because we are multiplying by 2 4 times, 2 would be our base 4 times, and then we would multiply by 3. So it's 2 to the 4th power times 3 is another way to write our prime factorization. Okay, now let's find the prime factorization of the number 27. What two numbers multiply together to make 27? 3 times 9. Okay, now we need to look at the number 3. Is 3 a prime number? Yes. So I'm going to draw a circle around it. Now we've got the number 9. We need to think, is 9 a prime number? No, 9 has factors. 3 times 3 can be multiplied to make 9. Since we've got all prime numbers, all 3's right here, I'm going to draw circles. And our prime factorization is 3 times 3 times 3. If we were going to write it in exponential notation, it would be 3 to the 3rd power. Now I'd like you to solve this problem on your own. Find the prime factorization of 50. Pause your video and unpause when you are ready to correct. Okay, great. Let's see how you did. For finding the prime factorization of 50, you have a couple different options. You could multiply 5 times 10, or you could do 2 times 25. I chose to multiply 5 times 10. Since 5 is a prime number, I'm drawing a circle around it. Now we need to look at the number 10. Is 10 prime? No, 10 is composite, so it's got some factors. 2 times 5 can be multiplied together to make 10. And since 2 is a prime number and 5 is a prime number, I'm going to draw circles around it. So our prime factorization is 2 times 5 times 5. If we wanted to write these two 5s in exponential notation, our answer would be 2 times 5 to the second power, because their 5s are being multiplied 2 times.